Columbia University announced today it is laying off 180 staff members working on research funded by federal grants after the Trump administration announced its intent to cut the university's funding. In March, the administration announced it was cutting $400 million in federal funding to the university, accusing it of not sufficiently protecting Jewish students from harassment during pro-Palestinian protests on campus. The university, for its part, says it's been working with the government to meet a list of demands so the research funding can resume. But Columbia says the financial strain in the meantime has been, quote, intense. Joining me now to discuss is CBS News correspondent Meg Oliver here in Studio 57. So, Meg, what is the impact of these cuts, not only to the research funding, but to the faculty members?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, because we don't have all those specific details yet. We've reached out to Columbia multiple times today. They have not returned our phone calls. We're still waiting to see how all of that plays out. We do know that 20% of the 180 people that were terminated today were supported by those federal grants. We do know that earlier in the year for Columbia, they had to stop some of their programs, including radiation exposure, some research with ALS, and for tuberculosis. So in the coming days, we're going to find out what innovative projects and research deals had to stop.
So we know the Trump administration's demands, some of them include banning face masks, taking control of the Middle Eastern department at the university. Are there demands that the university is not complying with, and therefore these cuts are still happening? So
they announced the cuts, and then they started to negotiate to agree to some of these demands so they could hopefully bring back some of this funding. So far, Columbia has agreed to hire more police on campus. They have banned masks. They're looking at their admissions process a little differently. But Harvard, as you know, they're facing the same fate, and they are not agreeing to any of that. In fact, they're suing them. So two very different takes here. We'll see what happens, what plays out with Harvard. Just last night, they were given a letter. If they don't agree to any of these demands, they're being cut off.
Wow. Okay, Meg Oliver, thank you so much.